Qualifying for round 6 of FVC2 here in Monza. 18 minutes on the clock, counting down. Who will be the first one out of the pit lane? It might be Mini Race. I think it's Mini Race. Lots of drivers coming out of the pits, but it's going to be Mini Race or rather, but I think it is Mini Race. Mini Race! First car out of the pit lane, number 2 on that Scarlet Ferrari. So we will ride on board. Lots of oversteer on that Ferrari. Also, is the stream quality holding up, everyone that is watching? Which I think is just Kyle at this point, because other people will be driving. And maybe D-Numbers. And hopefully Apex. And we are up to 9 viewers, thank you everyone. Well, right. Quick track guide. Watch the sausages through here. These Lesmos are normally okay, but if you touch the grass on the inside, the car can drift wide, and then you're on the gravel, and then you spin into that tyre bundle on your right. Lesmo 2, nothing too notable, just don't run wide onto the gravel, else you will have L problems. Ascari, a very tricky, at least for me, triple apex chicane. Of course, a lot of sausage curves there that can spin. You've got that gravel trip on the outside on the exit. A lot that can go wrong, but very, very rewarding when you get it right. So, last calling out being the Parabolica. We will ride on board with Mini Race. Run to the line. The first lap of the season finale commences now. You can see the letterbox in that rear wing, nice and wide, just how you want it. Turn 1. Bumbling across the sausage curves there through turn 1 and 2, off into the gravel. That might be a lap to abort. We will get on board with GGA Hayden. Curve de Grande, leaving a lot of width to that inside curb. Not sure if you want to be doing that, but suit yourself. Yeah, it's just that first sausage curb can really throw you up in the air. Lesmo 1, not too bad, just keeping it nice and tidy. Don't want to push too much yet, but at the same time, you know, you've got a lap to put in. Someone's gone straight through at turn 1, I think that'd be Palms. But run to Ascari for Hayden. Ooh, big lick of oversteer there through the DHL board. It's a very difficult corner complex to get right. The Parabolica now, just be careful not to hit the inside curb too much. You want to let the car over-rotate on exit, I find. But a nice exit as you make it nice and wide. First lap of the session is a 22-0. Next car around will be your championship protagonist of Harrington M 2906. Goes purple 1.2 seconds fast of halves for the 20.8. Of course, Harrison will be looking to claim the drivers and constructors title today. 2 points for drivers, 20 for constructors. Jordan pips his teammate Hayden by 7 tenths, with Broughton tucking behind Hayden by about just over 0.7 tenths. Sass 8 tenths behind still for Aston Martin. Looking like a pretty conventional order so far today. No big shake-ups. Palms 34-2. I think Mini Race has bowled one into the pit lane. Pixels P4 22-3. I don't think Apex will win the Drivers' Apex. Meanwhile, Adoro Tay at the bottom end of the field, 31-7. Slow Haas of TMA parked to the left there, just letting some cars through, out on a medium run. Oh. Sassimo has dropped it through the Lesmos. Oh, so just Palms! Oh dear. So you can see Sass on the right, Pixel's teammate, and then there's Palms. Oh dear! This is a bit dicey. Teammate has looped it. Oh, these cars seem to be, by the time Frisch gets around, they will be. Need to not let that Ferrari get in the way. That is in a rather unfortunate position. But two cars, once again, in 5 seconds at the same corner. Not what you want here at Monza. Good lap so far from Prix. A little bit of correction required through a sky, but so far, I would be very happy with that lap if I were them. D Numbers is here, the second, your other championship protagonist even. This is where things are going to hot up. And run to the line for Prix. It is a 20.9, just 1/10 of Harrison. Of course, Prix will be in the fight for P3 and taking that final promotion to the main series. Yes, Sass, we did see, well, we saw you die, and then we saw Palms die at the same corner, so congratulations. Intrepid team, I assume that is Carbon, touting D Numbers to win today. So lots of support out for both drivers here. Be interesting to see which one takes the cake. Not quite sure what's happening with these AlphaTauris. The Prix should be on an in-lap this time. What is up with that pass? Oh, do you think TMA and Harrison are going to be cheeky and do some towage? That could be an interesting strategy from them both. Harrison's really got the car hooked up through that chicane. Of course, be looking for an improvement today. Got second last time out in Spa, which allowed D Numbers to close up, but won the race before in Silverstone. D Numbers won the race before in Imola. Harrison won the race before in Austria, and then the season opener in Portimao. Yeah, that's a good question, Apex. Who do we think is going to get that third promotion slot into the 2022 Summer Series? Obviously, I'm friends with Prix, so there may be a little bit biased, but I would like to see Prix getting into that position. But I think there's a load of drivers who could do it. Dorothée, I think Broughton even could. Party, Pixels, Dorado. If I had to pick one, I would probably say Dorado, I think I'd go for. I think the Williams are up to something. God knows what. I think Jordan is trying to let Hayden pass, but Hayden is staying behind to take the tow, I would assume. Also, Intrepid team, thank you for the follow. Oh, there's a McLaren off. Agent Dino has looped it through the first Lesmo. What are these Williams up to? Both out of ERS. They've got a load of cars coming behind. This isn't going to be a moving roadblock attempt, is it? Jordan has booted it, we think. I'm not quite sure what's gone on here. So let's Harrison pass on a lap. In fact, we'll follow that to the end, I think. Jordan actually now giving Harrison a tow. Oh! Hayden has binned it. Ooh, through a Scari, just lost the rear into the barrier. Minieri looks to be on a good lap, but we will follow Harrison along. Harrison really taking the toe off Jordan, but dives it into the pit lane. Minieri touches the grass on the inside of the Parabolica. Run to the line, out of battery. It is a 23.0, 2/10 faster than their last lap. There is no improvement. Got most of the field who have done laps now, but D Numbers, purple to the second sector. Very aggressive run through Ascari. What could be done here today? Of course, D Numbers versus Harrison for the title. And D Numbers is going to be hungry to take it. Carbon spectators are banned due to what happened in Canada. But D Numbers sets a 21.0, just 2/10 off his championship rival in his probably first lap today. Broughton, that's one I didn't even see. has jumped up to a 20.8. Brilliant pace from the Red Bull driver today. Of course, there's going to be a lot of competition for that third Red Bull seat. Not Red Bull seat, main series seat. There we are. Also, Hayden, that's on you for crashing out. Have we got some towage further down the field? I think we might. I think Dorado has given Adoro... No, they're both in outlaps. Never mind. Adoro, why have you burnt before your battery in an outlap? That is my question to you. Oh, Adoro now falling back behind to take a draft. And of course, these two, I believe, are friends in person, so there may be some tactics. I think they're going to be in the same party. I think they're also friends with MC Party. Let's see what occurs here. There has been some slipstreamage. Of course, Dorote let past by Dorado. D numbers purple! 20.5! 3/10 on Harrison, who is to the right of to the left of your screen. It's 2 points between them. Oh, and Dorado has managed to loop it through turn 1. So literally whoever finishes ahead today wins. I think D Numbers is on a second lap. I'm interested to see... What, oh no, pulls off. So I'm interested to see what Broughton is up to. Run to the line through the Parabolica. And I didn't see if they were up or not. Purple! 20.5! 4 milliseconds in front of D Numbers! This is hotting up Jay Broughton, the wild card, in this championship fight. Oh, but loops it through turn 1 almost. Keeps it roughly in the correct line though. Agent Dino behind on their first lap of the session, or first, hopefully, complete flying lap. We will ride on board with the McLaren driver. Of course, need to watch out for the sausages, especially through here. But that's a very good run from Dino. That could be a lot of time made up. Excellent one through the first Lesmo. Second Lesmo now. That actually looked really good. This could be a really strong lap if they can hook up the if they can pick up Ascari. 54-1 to the second sector. I don't know how good that is. Ooh, quite offline through Ascari. That will compromise the exit by 10 miles an hour or so, I would say. But there is a really good opportunity for a stellar lap from the McLaren driver. Last corner now. Not going to be good enough to put it on pole. There goes P10 with a 22.3. Meanwhile, there is a slow Alfa Romeo of Adoro Tay. I believe that car is just pulling over to let these two AlphaTauri through. Nice and respectful. But Harrison has taken one back into the pit lane, so just preparing for the last runs now. I think we're going to see a lot of these drivers returning to the pit lane now on in-laps. It depends, if they feel like they're on a quick lap, we may see it be finished. I think this would be an in-lap. Yep, it's an in-lap. But D Numbers now starts the outlap. TMA purple, 20.2! The championship protagonist being absolutely shafted as Pixels retires through the Ascari chicane. Of course, Harrison M also on an outlap. We'll see if he gets to Pixels in time to pick it up on camera. But I think... Oh yeah, Mini Rita's also gone out. Dorado, let's get on board with you whilst we look for us. They've retired on track, so that car is still moving. But Harrison... Oh, you can see Pixels there off to the left hand of your screen has just completely dropped it into the barrier. That car has now despawned, so will not serve as a distraction on the final runs. But Harrison M needs 6/10 to get pole, and pole is an important place to have here, especially in the championship fight. Good exit from the Parabolica. the lap commences. It was a 20.8 on the out lap. That can't be right. But a nice big bout of DRS. But some oversteer already. They might abort this lap and save for a second run. Just build up the battery again. Let's see. I think they're still gone for it. We'll have a look at the delta through the end of this sector. They're still on par with it. So 2 milliseconds. This will be this lap will be seen through, I would expect. First Lesmo, a very aggressive turning. I like the look of that. That Haas looks very pointed today. Of course, D numbers in the background of your screen. Harrison pulls off. Clearly didn't feel like the second Lesmo went too well, so that lets D numbers through. D numbers. Very nice through Ascari. Probably could have taken that last apex a bit more aggressively, but it's not worth the risk. I think on these last laps now, we're just going to see people going to say, you know what, balls to the wall. Meanwhile, Dorothea has also jumped up to a 20.7. But the Parabolica now for the Mercedes driver, it is a 20.5, only 18 milliseconds of improvement. TMA could be on pole here. Of course, D numbers will be looking to take a second lap. Wants pole, wants to put himself in as good as a position as possible above Harrison. It's worth noting that his rival is down in P5. But now these have got to be, I believe, the final runs of the session. They might get one more in though. Of course, you can't roast these soft tyres too hard because you will have to start the race on them. Dips wheels into the gravel, not what you want. We might see D numbers. No, D numbers is going to have to just bring it to the line. We'll have a look at the Sector 2 Delta. Just clipping the grass there, really maximizing the area of track that you have to work with today. 72 milliseconds faster. Much more aggressive run through Ascari. Harrison, though, really maximizing the track in the background. Will be interesting to see what these two put in as laps here. Jordan LC retires on track through the Curve de Grande. But D numbers into the pit lane. D numbers has given up. Meanwhile, Harrison, P2, 20.3. Not what D numbers wants. Not what you want at all, and Harrison gets given an extra lap. Dorothea finishes with the 20.7, Free finishes on the 20.9, Dorado has finished on the 21.6. But let's see if Harrison can challenge his teammate for pole. Now, I would expect that we will see some team orders off the race start if he doesn't get it done, but you know what? He's got 75 milliseconds in hand. This doesn't take a lot to push that up to a 10th. But being off the track twice already this lap, put some wheels on the gravel, put some wheels on the grass. Be a very, very interesting one to watch, I should think. Agent Dino about to finish a lap. Puts in a 22.3. I don't know if that was any faster than their fastest already, but Harrison, that looked more conservative through Ascari. They've backed off. Harrison is content with taking P2 today. So, that's a very exciting qualifying session for your final round, your championship decider. Harrison takes it to the line. What a great qualifying performance we've seen from all these drivers today. But for the final time this season, we are about to go racing. Oh, did he? Oh dear. So, TMA takes pole for Haas, followed by his teammate Harrison M 1/10 later. D numbers rounds out your top three, 2.5 tenths off. We'll be looking to get ahead of Harrison for the championship. Fourth down was Broughton, Dorothea, Frisch, Jordan, Party, Dorado, and Pixels. From there it went Hayden, Dino, Reese, Saskimol, and Palms. 14 seconds off the pace before an untimely DNF. Oh dear. Your formation lap gets underway for 13 laps of Monza. TMA took pole in a deliciously intense qualifying session for Haas with his teammate Harrison M just behind. D numbers rounded out the top 3. Of course, we'll be looking to fight Harrison for the title today. 2 points between them. From there, it was Broughton, Adoro Tay, Freesh, Jordan, MC Party, Dorado, Pixels, Hayden, Dino, Mini Reese TTV, Saskia Mole, and Palms 3753. After an untimely DNF, saw them exiting the session very quickly. Yes, thank you, Carbon. I'd cut the thing there. So, any last questions before we go racing? Any last predictions? Anything of note that we have noticed? Your predicted pit stop strategy is on screen if that is of interest to you. I think it's going to be the same story as just about every other race this season. Will Pixel spin? I am going to say yes. The power of Aston Martin. I'm playing catch with a water bottle again. Ow. You can guess where that one landed. That's a lot of cars. So, TMA 24 rounds the Parabolica as D Numbers gets disqualified from the session. Not good. You don't want cold tyres on a day like this. Well, the last time I got cold tyres here, I caused a 7-car pile-up. But anyway. TMA approaches their pole position slot. Just guides it in through the Mercedes D numbers. Parks it. Harrison M also glides in. And the last car we will be waiting for today is Saskia Mole for Aston Martin. Good luck to all the drivers trying to make championship positions today. Keep things clean and best of luck. The last car forms up. We will switch back to TMA 24. 5 lights. We are away for the final round here in Monza. Agent Dino takes a driving penalty as Freesh doesn't get off the line. D numbers immediately past Harrison. Harrison has dropped many places, but D numbers round! Oh no! D numbers spins it! Freesh gets disqualified after being parked in a dangerous location. That's not what D numbers wants at all. That has gone disastrously for the Mercedes driver, and they've only got 13 laps to make it back. So, TMA leads above Broughton, above Harrison. That's heartbreaking for D numbers, trying to fight for their maiden championship as GJ Hayden is dropped to the back. D numbers is going to need something big to happen to Harrison today. So, what are Twitch chat's thoughts on that? D numbers making moves. Oh, Jay Broughton! Oh! Harrison, I don't even know what Harrison was thinking that was sketchy as anything. Saskia Mole has had an off in Ascari, but D numbers up to P11, trying to make some moves. Pixels losing places. TMA 24, 25-2. Purple, but Broughton now on the back of Harrison again. Broughton's going to be looking to get back up the inside, obviously burning a lot of more battery earlier on in this race. Gets up the inside into turn 1. As a lockup from TMA gets the position, but now Harrison's going to be in prime position to fight it. Of course, Agent Dino will need to take that drive-through penalty. Harrison looking to get back up the inside of Broughton, but I don't know why Harrison is pushing too hard at the moment. They can afford to just ease off. Ease off, because they're so far ahead of D Numbers, who has found his way to P8 already. D Numbers is on a titanic charge as they get up into P7 now. There's a Ferrari of mini race off, but D Numbers is actually making so much progress. Now on the back of the Aston Martin of FV Pixels. This could be monumental for the championship fight. Decides to... Oh, hang on. Pixels makes a mistake into a Sky. That's D Numbers already back up to P6 after an unfortunate incident through turn 1. Harrison's still on Jay Broughton, 2/10. Might be waiting for the DRS to come on. Although Jay Broughton out very wide. That will let Harrison through without a doubt. TMA 24 goes even faster, does a 23.6. DRS is now enabled. But Jay Broughton once more to the inside of Harrison into turn 1. Gets it done. Harrison just choosing to duck in behind. Goes round the outside into turn 2. Bit of contact. These two have to be so careful. It's Agent Dino spins in the background. Harrison gets ahead through the curve de Grande. Of course, this is going to give Broughton DRS into the run on the run into a Sky, but you might not need it with how close he is staying to the back of that car. Yellow flag. That would be a Dorote, I believe. Of course, Agent Dino. D Numbers on the back of Agent Dino here. D Numbers just going to be looking to get what he can. Pretty quickly goes round the outside, way before the braking zone. Harrison M still leads over Jay Broughton. I don't think there's been a position change between those two. But D Numbers now into P4 as Dorado has gone off the circuit somewhere. So that's not what Harrison's going to see now. He's not going to be a happy bunny. TMA goes even faster, 23.4 for Haas. Saskia Mole retires from the session. Will we see a safety car? D Numbers purple, 22.9, fastest car on track. Dorado, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as Broughton goes up the inside of Harrison. Harrison forced onto the sausage curb. What a race today, and that's going to bring D Numbers closer. D Numbers just needs to finish ahead of Harrison, and he will be happy, very happy even. Of course, Harrison's going to know that D Numbers is approaching. The more they squabble, the closer D Numbers gets. This could be looking good for D Numbers. I don't want to curse it, but this is a very tasty battle. Agent Dino got the yellow flag through turn 1. I assume a half spin. Of course, these two just really having at each other. Harrison can't get anything done into a Sky, but might take a better on the exit because Jay Broughton is completely offline. Jay Broughton very offline. Harrison just gets past on the left hand of your screen. Excellent racecraft between these two, but that Red Bull is burning off some more battery. Might try and go up the inside. Harrison stays ahead of Broughton, but there's going to be DRS that comes back into this. Broughton opens up that wing. The gap is closing. More than a tenth. Broughton favouring the outside this time. Gets it done way before the braking zone. Harrison left for that an option, but contact. Locks up. Almost spins. Now D Numbers is going to be watching this and be very happy whilst Dorote does a 22.6. Harrison will he set up and move into the second chicane. Tries it, but Broughton covers him off very nicely. Oh, Broughton off into the gravel. Harrison might take it into the first Lesmo. Does he? Contact! Lots of rubbing, but they are through just about. Harrison takes the lead, and I think it's mugged him for the DRS as well. Which wing opens? I think Broughton's just about kept it, but Party spins off through at the second chicane. Broughton back ahead of Harrison. These two fighting like anything. Broughton better run through a Sky this time. Harrison maximising the track more though. Might have taken a warning for his trouble. Harrison back up the inside of Jay Broughton. And I don't know who's going to have DRS, if any of them. But there is a slow-moving Williams out of the chicane. That must can only be Jordan. But Harrison M makes a pit stop. D Numbers elects to stay out, clearly more confident in his soft tyres. It is, to be honest. So D Numbers is going to be looking to put in an excellent lap. Just wants to make time on Harrison. Number one priority for him at the moment. It's lap 6 out of 13 here in Monza, and the championship fight is hotting up. Of course, a safety car now would be extremely ideal for D Numbers, because that would be Harrison completely mugged off. But Pixels on the back of a Dorothée. Of course, the Aston Martin driver will be looking to collect some points, but bumbles it over the sausage curb and into the gravel. Of course, that could end up slowing down Harrison M, who will be on an absolute charge on those medium tyres. Penalties, I think. Anything interesting going on? Palms has retired from the session. Has clearly looped it through the chicane somewhere into the barrier. Safety car is deployed. That's what D Numbers needs. That's what D Numbers wants. Although, pit strategy, because Harrison could come in, take some fresh softs. Let's see what these two do. D Numbers into the pit lane. Of course, we'll have to take mediums. But I'm interested to see what Harrison M does. Harrison M elects to stay out, wants to make this a fair fight between him and D Numbers, knows he'll have the tyre advantage anyway. But Harrison has gotten past D Numbers. So this could be a very interesting one. Jay Broughton has taken the lead behind, ahead of TMA. Dorale takes another 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. The entire field now on mediums, aside from GGA Hayden, who is electing for the soft to cap off this race. So D Numbers going to be very, very aggressive off this start, I would say. First time these two are going to be racing each other all day. This is going to be an exciting one. Of course, we have some time whilst these drivers all form up. I think Mini Race has looped it again on those mediums. So chat, the entire field is on mediums and we're under a safety car. If you were in this race and let's say you're in the position of D Numbers, you have a point deficit to make up, what do you do? Would you stay out on the medium and go to the end? Or would you sacrifice the track position and take some fresh softs? Because I'm very interested to see what you'd all say here. Because I think they're both very good options. Like, what option would you take if you're in D Numbers position? Mediums? Yeah, okay. You've got Carbon saying he'd stay on the mediums. Apex saying if he was Hayden, he'd go on the softs. Yep. That's to be expected. No one arcs it into the pit lane. Also, you will need to keep those tyres heated quite nicely. We might see some drivers trying to clear out penalties. I think we're going to see Dorado box again this lap, just clear off that 5-second penalty. I was wrong. Stays out. So, lap 8 out of 13. Your order as it stands. Broughton, TMA, Harrison, D Numbers, Dorothée, Pixels, Jordan, Mini Race, GGA Hayden, and Party to round out your top 10. From there, you have Dino and Dorado, and your non-finishers are Palms, Sasdemol, and Freesh, after Harry was unable to get going off the grid for some reason. I don't know if there was a technical fault with that. I can inquire for you. We will have an inquiry with Freesh. I have sent a message. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Of course, AlphaTauri losing out some big points because of that. Safety car in this lap. Now, of course, I think what we're going to see here, TMA lets Harrison through. So that means D-Numbers may have to fight and fight. And of course, it'd be interesting if we can get a replay of what happened at the start of the race. Highlights, watchers, you may have already seen it. But lots of weaving from this lot. There might be some illegal safety car spacing going on. But when does Broughton go? Broughton goes now! And D-Numbers has caught Harrison napping! Was that an illegal overtake though? I don't think it was. So D-Numbers has overtaken Harrison! Harrison falls back majorly! But Mini Reese way too much speed into the corner. Oh, it's carnage! Haley gets a penalty. Cars are scattered everywhere. D-Numbers has fallen to P5. They're all kinds of 3 wide behind. Dorado has been completely spun off. Dorado doesn't have a wing. It's carnage on the safety car restart. Broughton leads from Harrison, Hayden, teammate, and D-Numbers has fallen to P5. Not what the Mercedes driver wants. I don't know what happened there, but I think Mini Reese just didn't brake. Or didn't brake enough. D-Numbers is not going to be happy with that. Not going to be happy with that at all. But they've got time to make this up. They were really pacey on the softs. Let's see if they can do that same pace on the medium. Reese takes a time penalty for multiple warnings. I hope we have a replay of what happened there at turn 1. So Carbon, I think you might have jinxed this when you said it was cleaner. And Mini Reese spins out of the race. Will we see a safety car because of that? I would have said people that no retires on track even, so you know. As things stand, Harrison M is set to win the title. And that is just heartbreaking for D-Numbers. Dorado, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Hayden goes way too deep. That will let TMA come into things. Hayden also 3-second time penalty again for track limits. TMA still ahead. Oh, but Hayden hits the sausage curbs majorly! Just side by side with TMA now. Oh, no! That's huge, and Hayden's off as well, and D-Numbers has been taken with him! Oh, no! It's heartbreak for D-Numbers. Late safety car will see everyone onto the softs. What is happening here? Everyone looking to take the win. These post-race interviews are going to be spicy. So, chat, who is it for the title? And I think D-Numbers got away with a wing. But whatever happened in that crash was something. That's 2 in 2 laps. People are getting desperate for the championship points. Harrison has stayed out on the medium. What's D-Numbers going to do? D-Numbers in for the soft. Be interesting to see if that car takes a new wing. It is Brazil again. So Apex, your opinion on this race? Does it stand at the moment? They have a new wing for that Mercedes. It's lost one of the end plates, I'd say. Ooh. But D-Numbers can make this up. It's still possible. Yeah, Hayden, that was just on the grass into TMA. And then what I assume the one with TMA, I assume your contact with TMA spun you and into thingy. But now D-Numbers are almost losing another position to Party. But meanwhile, Pixels could be on for a podium in FVC2 once more. What's going to happen this time that throws it in the bin? FE Pixels, this could be one huge. Yeah, probably. But, oh well. Lap 11 out of 13. Safety car comes in this lap. D Numbers might not be able to get here. He's going to need to put everything into that car, but Harrison's going to be trying to accelerate the train. D Numbers is going to have to really put everything through those softs. I'm going to take some water just so I can keep the commentary going. I drank that exceptionally quickly. D Numbers isn't going to make the back of this train, I don't think. Harrison rounding the final corner. Safety car goes into the pit lane. It's up to Harrison where he wants to go. D Numbers has just about made it. Harrison goes now. So, Adoro Tate already into P2. I think so. Pixis must have got past momentarily. Jordan onto the grass. Oh no! Jordan got on the grass, spins it. Harrison forced to take to the chicane. Will take a penalty for that. Takes a 5-second. D Numbers now in P4. At the moment, D Numbers wins the championship. D Numbers P3, P2. Pixels has fallen prey to the curse. Now down to P5. Harrison also another 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Got 2 places out of it. As things stand, this is D Numbers championship. It's all gone crazy at the end here in Monza. Penultimate lap. The Titans wielding it out on track. We don't remove pens here in FVC2. This is the championship fight. And at the moment, D Numbers comes out on top. D Numbers on the back of Harrison. 6/10. Are we going to see these two race on track, or are we going to see D Numbers just tuck in behind and knows it's his championship as long as he doesn't make a mistake, as long as he doesn't push the car too hard? 6/10, no DRS yet. No DRS to the end of this race even, it's loads of squabbling behind, but this is the one to watch. Harrison versus D Numbers for one final time, but this race is already set in stone. Four tenths between our drivers. D Numbers is going to want to take it on track. Because who wouldn't want to take it on track? 3 tenths between them. Broughton up into P3 as well in the background. 3.5 tenths. D Numbers might just put everything into that Mercedes. Yellow flag sector 2, but it doesn't matter. It can't affect the race. 3 tenths, 2.5. It's wavering. Ascari now. D Numbers really looking to size up a move. Might take the better exit. Takes a better exit. These two are going to be side by side into the Parabolica, I think. D Numbers has used all the battery that car has. D Numbers to the inside. Oh no! Harrison spins D Numbers. But D Numbers, if they can get it to the line within 10 seconds of the leader. Harrison takes a... Oh, this might be tight. This might be tight. D Numbers crosses the line in Monza to take second and wins the FVC2 championship. D Numbers, your first ever FVC2 champion here in Monza. What a race. Congratulations to D Numbers. A great fight from Harrison, who has left the session. Wants no further part of this race. Your podium. Jay Broughton takes their first win in FVC2. First double Red Bull podium. But D Numbers to P2 takes the championship after not leading it all season. What a race here in Monza. That was fantastic. So, Jay Broughton takes their first win in FVC2 here in Monza at the final round. But the big story is P2. D765YT123 from Mercedes wins the championship. MC Party rounds out a double Red Bull podium. And from there, it was Harrison, Hayden, Pixels, Jordan, Dorado, Adorote and Agent Dino. 11th down, TMA, Reese, Palms, Saskimol and Freesh. Your best lap went to Adorote, and we will see you for the 2022 Summer Series.